It's definitely Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig? Hey, man, we got a special guest on the line, man. Can you introduce yourself?
Um, this is Zeke Black from East Harlem, from the PT 131 crew. I'm just representing Golden Era Harlem, man, East Side, West Side, and just the good times. You know what I'm saying? And what the rooftop club and what Harlem and East Harlem had to do with the culture of hip hop and how it helped hip hop progress to the stage it's at now.
Word, man. Look, man, salute, man. We appreciate you blessing our platform, man. Hey, man, and death for the Cloud Chaser TV. What we like to do is we try to dig deep and maybe ask some questions that maybe other podcasts may have missed. So with that being said, man, I want you to take me back, you know what I'm saying, to the 80s, man, you know what I'm saying, like 87, the Alpo era, you know what I'm saying, like the, you know what I'm saying, the crack era, you know what I'm saying, Harlem, New York, you got the Andre Harrells coming up with the Uptown, you got the, you know what I'm saying, Teddy Riley's with the Rooftop. Tell me about it, man.
Going that generation, you know, New York City was on a crazy crime wave. There was over 1,500 people dying a year. It was a terrible time. The crack epidemic. Kids having kids. You know what I'm saying? No fathers in the home. This is before the mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? It was a time that New York City was going through a transition from a depression economically, and then we had to find us as people. We had to create things. You understand what I'm saying? And some things that was created was hip hop. The all styles, graffiti, b-boy, and breakdancing, but the rhyming part is what took over. You know what I'm saying? Began to take off. And Teddy Riley, who was raised in St. Nicholas Project, was on the forefront of that. You know what I'm saying? We had the Red Alerts on the radio, Chuck Chillouts on the radio. Then we also had the Marley Marls and, rest in peace, Mr. Magic. Back then it was the Mr. Magic Rap Attack on WBLS. Then you had, Kiss FM that just had the Red Alert and Chuck Chillout show.
Yeah, because you had Heavy D was signed to, and the Boys was signed to Uptown Records doing.
Yes.
That was coming out of Harlem.
Yes. Andre Harrell.
That was 87.
Yes, they had the group called, Andre Harrell comes from a rap group called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. A lot of people don't even know that Andre Harrell was behind that series in New York Undercover. He was actually behind that. Like the first two seasons, that whole concept came from like Andre Harrell. And the guy that actually made that actually produced it is the guy that makes Law and Order. The whole Law and Order series, the same guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know his last name is Wolf. And that's the guy that went on from New York Undercover to make Law and Order. But before he made New York Undercover, that same guy, Wolf, I forgot his first name, but his last name is Wolf. He made a show called Hill Street Blues. Blues. That's his name, Dick Wolf. Yeah, he made a show called Hill Street Blues that was showing a dysfunctional police department in the drug era. You know what I'm saying? Drug and gang.
Right.
Yeah. Teddy Riley was instrumental in in hip hop. Kumo D had a big battle with Busy B. And Busy B, he beat Busy B at Harlem World. He defeated him. And he's part of a crew called the Treacherous Three. And Teddy Riley seen something in Kumo D. And he made a single, because Teddy Riley's uncle owned the famed Rooftop. You know what I'm saying? The Rooftop Club is instrumental with the whole hip hop culture. Shout out to the DJ Brucie B, shout out to Big J, the bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is when DJ Brucie B was king. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of money captures going there. A lot of players was going there. A lot of people don't even know that Teddy Riley produced. A lot of people don't even know that Teddy Riley produced the show. Dougie Fresh, and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, I want you to tell, like, I want you to tell us, like, how it was in the streets, like, when it come down to, you know, during that time, a lot of the entertainers wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, the crack dealers, you know what I'm saying, because they was, you know, it was during the crack era, you know, millionaires, you talking millionaires during this time, right? So a lot of them, you know, from LL Cool J, you know, they even talk about it in their history, you know, and like during that time, like what was they doing different from the actual entertainers was doing different from the you know, the drug dealers during that era?
Well, back then the rooftop was dominated from the bosses, the hustlers. You know, the butter soft leathers from Dapper Dan, the Dapper Dan suits, the Gucci suits, the Fendi suits. And Alpo led the charge. Like, Alpo was the reason, may have played a major reason why a lot of cats went to the rooftop, because he did a lot of things at the rooftop. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he used to have videotapes of him having sex with females. So dude is into that, where he used to, you know what I'm saying? Alpo was a major player in that fixture, with the blowouts, the butter soft leathers, the pastel colors, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of rappers wanted to emulate the Alpos, that uptown swag, like they call it the uptown swing, the uptown swag. And Teddy Riley was able to I
usually don't do this, but I gotta let them know, you know, with the background of this is actually the famous scene. He's talking about it in real life. The famous scene from Paid in Full, when Alpo comes in the club and, you know what I'm saying, everybody shouting him out, the DJs. He's actually talking about these people, guys. So listen up.
Yes, and you know, we had the AZs in the club, we had the Rich Porters, and we had other bosses in the club. I'm saying not just them, but it's just that Alpo was doing so much in the club that when people spoke of the rooftop, he spoke of Alpo. Yo, Po was there last weekend. He saw the videotape of him having sex with a chick on videotapes. That was major, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody was doing that. So a lot of people was just going to the rooftop at one point just to see Po. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they was just going to see Alpo. Got to see Alpo in the club. You know what I'm saying? And what Teddy Riley did was he piggybacked off that. Not saying you know what I'm saying? He created a record label. He produced a song for independent. It was independent. Let me be clear. Rooftop Records. He produced 2 good songs. Go See the Doctor, Kumo D. That's the album that Kumo D was going at LL Cool J. And then he also produced K Barnes. I forgot his rap partner name, but he had a song called New Rap Generation. That song is actually being played on the Paid in Full soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? The Classical 2, I believe it was. The Classical 2. Shout out to 183rd, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And he created that, and through that, he was able to get a deal with Uptown Records as well. And he was part of a group called Guy, but then he also got a production deal with Jive Records. A lot of people don't even know that he's the one that made that song for Big Daddy Kane, I Work, I Get the Job Done. Teddy Riley produced that song. Teddy Riley produced for High Five. Teddy Riley produced for Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But he brought the uptown swags, the butter soft leathers with the rhinestone glasses. All that was Alpo in them. You understand what I'm saying? The Dapper Dan jackets, the Gucci jackets, the Fendi jackets, the MCM jackets. All that was Dapper. All that was the hustlers buying that, and then the rappers recreating what the hustlers was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the style that was out. Everybody was following what was going on at the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? The styles of the rooftop is what took over hip-hop, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what came out of that was the New Jack Swing era. The pastel colors, you know, like the yellows and the green and the oranges and the neon green jackets, butter soft leathers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That whole bamboo era, you know what I'm saying? All that came out the rooftop club, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. The Willie Burger scene, in the rooftop. That was, and what Teddy Riley did was he took something that was in the club and made it international. You know what I'm saying? Even if you watch Groove Me by Guys, that was a scene of the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? How dudes look, butter soft leathers, chemical blowouts, rhinestone glasses, and just dancing, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? That was the rooftop, and then there was also 2 other clubs that was popping, 3 other clubs, like the Red Parrot, Bentley's, and the Shadow. Those spots was popping as well, bro. You hear me? And when it came to our hip-hop culture in New York City, we had 1018 and we had the Latin Quarters, but as if for a more adult money crowd, the money cats was going to spots like the Red Parrot, Bentley's. That's where you might bump into a CO at, you know what I'm saying? And they was bringing that Alpo flavor, that blowout, butter soft leathers, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you, when Poe used to pull up to the rooftop, it was like a concert outside, you know what I mean? Because word of mouth is crazy, bro. Word of mouth it was so crazy that at one point people was going to Dapper Dan's just because Alpo was going to Dapper Dan's. You know what I'm saying? He played a major part in this hip hop culture, bro. A major part. But Teddy Riley in the rooftop, man, definitely shout out to DJ Brucie B. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who Kick and Pre shouts out. You know what I'm saying? That's what Brucie B.
Was that the famous DJ? Was that the famous DJ in the scene that paid in full who was on the mic shouting them out?
That was Busy B. Brucie B was the one that was, yeah, that was him, yep. You had Busy B that was in this thing with him, and you had Brucie B, yes, because Brucie B is on the paid in full soundtrack, yes. You had Busy B, remember Busy B was the short one, and Brucie B was the tall one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the one saying like, yo, Alpo in the club and all that, right?
Yes, sir. I don't front though, Alpo turned the West Side out with his style. And Rooftop was the stage. It really was the stage for the West Side. And that's where when the money generation changed and big gold chains and butter soft leathers and, $100 uptowns, that was that era for that. You know what I'm saying? Diodoras, you know what I'm saying? Dudes were switching up every day with sneakers, you know what I'm saying? It was a different culture outside. Back then, the Jamaicans was wearing Clarks, Bally's, satin, like dress pants and long shirts and dreads, and it was into the Rastafarian culture. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you talking fashion, of course we talking like you definitely had Dapper Dan around. You know what I'm saying during that time, and But how was like did they have like the polo scene, like how they had it in New York in the 90s? Did they have it during that time as well, like 88, 87?
Yes, you had polo, but that was the Brooklyn cats, they definitely took over with the polo situation with the lowlives. We was wearing polo, but Brooklyn, they dominated the polo scene. Brooklyn and Queens dominated that scene, that whole polo, because you had a crew called the lowlives, and that was their specialty. Not just the low lives, but you had spinners, other low lives, but basically the low live specialty was to get that polo. So when you went to Brooklyn, you see mad cats with the ill ski polo jackets, mad baggy polo, the polo mocks and all that. Like that was a Brooklyn thing. You know what I'm saying? Not like when you went to Brooklyn, them Brooklyn cats was really heavy on the low. You know what I'm saying? But that was part of the culture. So I know when you had Brooklyn cats that was going to the rooftop, they came through all that low on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that was definitely, polo was definitely in effect. I know in my hood we had a spot called the Grand Spot. I was into wearing Pepe jeans, like you know what I'm saying, Pele jeans. That was that was like on the east side. Pepe jeans was popping, Pele jeans was popping, Calvins, black Calvins, Uptowns, 40 Belows, Woolridges, you know what I'm saying, snorkels, you know what I'm saying? New York Skelly hats. If you look at Road to Riches, that's how he was dressing. You know what I'm saying? But how G-Rap looked with the corduroys, with the 40 Belows, with the sweater, with the snorkel on, that's the type of time we was on, bro. You hear me? The money cats. But the more exclusive money cats was wearing like polo, like Alpo had, that long trench, Louis Vuitton snorkel. They was doing that. You know what I'm saying? They was wearing the 40 Belows with the MCM jackets, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Happy and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Happy from Wash. You know what I'm saying? So all that played a part in hip hop, bro. That one club, because that club was more fashionable, because the Hustlers was more fashionable. So it wasn't about dancing and doing backflips in the club. It was the rooftop became a fashion show that somebody seen and it took it to hip hop. Like a lot of people don't know that Puff Daddy, that's what he brought to Andre Orel. He brought to him what dudes was doing in the club. And all that blending and remix stuff, that comes from the Brucie B, DJ Hollywood, that's to name a few generations, you know what I'm saying? Kid Capri and Ron G. And he brought that song, he brought that sound internationally with Mary J. Blige 411, the remix album. And that was Puff Daddy's claim to fame. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask you a question, though. Like during this time, you know, a lot of people, you know, you been there, a lot of people don't get the full background on, like, A$AP Ferg, father, like his impact on fashion during that time.
Yes, I knew about him because they was making the T-shirts for the concerts and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was killing the concerts. The other concert in Madison Square Garden, they had the T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? They was killing Nassau, Coliseum. They was killing the game. But Hip at one point, because
it was before the game, because now people get millions of dollars off of that. It's crazy.
Merch. It was merch. He was killing the game with the silk screens. But what happened in New York City was there was a tragic concert that happened, I believe, in 1988, 87 at the Nassau Coliseum, and New York City banned hip-hop concerts at any arena in Long Island. The dudes got robbed, dudes was getting stabbed. It was bad. It was a big concert there, you know what I'm saying? And don't quote me, 87 and 88. And so at some point they wasn't doing hip hop concerts at the Garden or Nassau Coliseum because those were only spots, you know what I'm saying? And so A$AP Ferg Pops had to resort to, you know, street stuff like, you know, the Naughty by Nature OPP t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? The Nas, Illmatic, Wu-Tang Clan, Queen t-shirts, but it all worked. It still sold in the hood, dog. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like even so, like during that time as well, you had like Melvin Earl Combs, you know what I'm saying, which was Puff Daddy's, you know what I'm saying, father, you know, who was allegedly associated with, you know what I'm saying, the Air Force thing with Frank Lucas. Like, is that, like, did you see any type of wave, like, going on with that type of situation?
When I moved to East Harlem, I understood what they was talking about with the Puerto Ricans because when I moved to East Harlem in 1979, I knew that in 1981 there was a coke spot in my building. Not saying coke, but it was a coke spot. And the guy who had the coke spot was Puerto Rican. And he was the only guy that everybody was coming to buy coke. And how I know is because my brother used to change the ice for him in the coke spot. So he would tell us, like, yo, don't be in there. He's selling this white stuff and his drugs. But back then, in the early 80s, cocaine was a party drug. So a lot of the B-boys, a lot of the pimps. So when I heard about what happened to Puff Pops and they said the Puerto Ricans, at that point in time, the Puerto Ricans did control the cocaine trade. You hear me? Where I was at, in East Harlem, you know what I'm saying? And he might have got caught up with some, you know, in a bad situation because he probably was the only one that was really uptown selling, you know, selling that white stuff to dudes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I like I told you, I don't know how people do their business. You know what I'm saying? So I would never want to
absolutely
talk crazy about
you know. Yeah, I just wanted to give you. Did you hear anything going on during that era?
I remember that, bro.
You know what I mean?
I remember that, bro. I remember I actually seen the coke spot, and the guy who had the coke spot he lived in my building, and his coke spot was it was downstairs, part of the building, the storefront. You know what I'm saying? Actually, he had two storefronts. That's why I know he had to have been somebody, because back then, the mob could still control that part of East Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you watch The Godfather of Harlem, where Gigante was at, that's where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? 114 Pleasant Avenue. When he talked to them blacks, anything that showed him on his side, in social clubs, that's the side I grew up on, bro. You hear me? That's East Harlem. Any scene you seen with Gigante, 90% of those scenes where they sit in the social club or in front of that social club, that was 114th between First and Pleasant, bro. You hear me? Down the block is a high school called Benjamin Franklin, which is Manhattan Center. That's the school that Killer Cam went to. You know what I'm saying? In Mason, all of
Dope, man. No, man, I definitely appreciate you for blessing our platform, man, giving us some type of insight, man. I definitely like to touch down to give them some history, you know what I'm saying, on Definitely Cloud Chaser TV. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one, man. If you can shout out your social platforms one more time.
Definitely shout out to my man Crown TV. Shout out to Ant Team Smoke. I'm just what I just did right now was, I'm sorry, I'm letting you know that a lot of that newer hip hop, the flavor, the dress code, that came out the Rooftop. That came out of how that's what Harlem was like, the West Side. The Rooftop was a fashion show, you know what I'm saying? And Alpo, Rich Porter, rest in peace, and AZ, Gangsta Lou, Tone Capone, Whip Wop, they all played a part to that. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? To that culture. Not just them, but that's really major. You know what I'm saying? DJ Brucie B, forerunner. Well, DJ Brucie B is what helped DJ Kick and Plea. And when DJ Kick and Plea got what he had to go to, Kick and Plea, Bob Kick and Plea took it internationally. You know what I'm saying? But he basically piggybacked off of Brucie B. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Definitely, bro. I just gave you Pay the Full, bro. You know what I'm saying? The club. So basically, Teddy Riley, when he first blew, and he brought Guy out in that whole New Jack swing, that was definitely what was going on in the uptown world. You know what I'm saying? Bentleys,
yeah, man,
Red
dope,
Parrot,
man, dope,
that
man.
mature crowd. Bentleys, Red Parrot, you know what I'm saying? Rooftop, you know what I'm saying? So definitely salute to you, bro. Definitely salute to the Singleton family, and on 155 and all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Timothy Simmons from 1909, Amsterdam Avenue. Known as Free Sugar Hill Tone. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, salute, man. Hey, man, y'all go hashtag Feed the Wolves, man. Hey, it's Definitely Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig?